This episode of the Recovery Couch is brought to you by JB Davis at Performance Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For integrity, service, and unbeatable deals, ask for JB in Centerville and tell them Brandon sent you. Welcome back to the Recovery Couch. I'm Brandon Couch, and today's episode is personal. We're talking about one of the hardest parts of recovery, forgiving the unforgivable, including forgiving yourself. Let's be honest. When you've been through trauma, addiction, betrayal, or abuse, forgiveness doesn't come easy. Maybe someone hurt you so deeply you can still feel the wound, or maybe someone that you're struggling to forgive is actually the person you're seeing in the mirror. I've been there. I've hated myself for the things I did in my addiction. The people I hurt, the opportunities I threw away, the moments I can't get back. But here's the thing I had to learn. Forgiveness isn't saying what they did was okay, and it's not saying you were okay either. It's saying, I won't stay chained to this pain anymore. Jesus tells us in Matthew chapter 6, verse 14, if you forgive others' sins, your heavenly Father will also forgive yours. For me, I want the Heavenly Father's forgiveness. But for some reason, I don't always necessarily want to forgive others. And Matthew chapter 6 flat out tells us the equation for forgiveness. We must forgive others in order for our Heavenly Father to forgive us. Not because forgiveness is easy, but because forgiveness is freedom. And let me tell you something else. The cross of Christ is big enough to cover all of it. What they did to you, what you did to yourself. If God can forgive you, who are you not to forgive yourself? You are not your worst mistake. You are not your darkest moment. And holding on to shame and guilt will never produce healing. So maybe today you take the first step. Write a letter to yourself that you'll never send. Write a letter to someone you need to forgive, but you might never send. Pray the prayer you've been avoiding. Whisper the words, I forgive you, even if it hurts, even if it's not all better yet. Because forgiveness is a process. But it's one you don't have to walk alone. If this message stirred something up in you, don't ignore it. Reach out to someone important to you, your pastor, someone in your circle, potentially a sponsor. You don't have to carry this alone. This is the Recovery Couch. I'm Brandon Couch. Understand that you are forgiven, that you are healing, and that you are not finished. Keep walking in grace and keep coming back. This episode is brought to you by Greg Swartz at RE/MAX Victory and Affiliates. Whether you're buying or selling, Greg brings heart, hustle, and honesty to every deal. Call Greg today at 937-477-8975 and tell him the Recovery Couch sent you.